Okay, the second question that I'm going to do, the second video is for question 1. So the perimeter of a rectangle of length 4 1/4 meter and the width 2 1/5 meter is. So we start with, we have to do our formula for perimeter. So I'm going to use the one that is more effective. It's 2 times, open bracket, length times width. And we just have to sub in, okay? So it's going to be 2 times 4 1/4 plus 2 1/5. So I don't think you have any trouble up to this point. I think the trouble that you're having is because there are fractions. And remember that at the beginning of the year, I said that it was very important for you to know your fractions because you're going to be using them a lot. So this is a good way of just remembering how to add fractions. So I'm going to do 4 1/4 plus 2 1/5. So the first thing that I have to do is to change it to improper fractions. So I equal to, just notice my working out one thing after the other, the working downwards. This is about algebraic notation, using your equal signs aligned. That's why I like you to have a grid notebook, yes? And then I'm going to do is equal to. So how do I convert this one into an improper? I have to do 4 times 4 plus 1 is 17. So 17 over 4 plus 2 times 5 plus 1 is going to be 11 over 5. I'm not going to spend a lot of time using this. If you having trouble with this, go back to the videos when we did addition of fractions, okay? Now I have to find a common denominator. I know that the lowest common multiple between 4 and 5 is 20. So I'm going to do that. So this is going to be equal to 2, and the common denominator is going to be 20. And in order to get to 20, what did I do? I multiply by 5. I'm going to draw this with another color just to make things a little bit more clear. 5 times 5. And on this side, I did times 4 times 4. Okay? So 17 times 5, I'm going to do it here. It's going to be 35. And 585. Plus 44. So if I do 85 plus 44 is going to be 129. I'm going to continue down here. So this is going to be equal to 2 and 129 over 20. Remember that this bracket means that 2 is timesing this 120, agree? So how do we do this? Remember that we can actually cancel out these 2. This one becomes 1 with this one, and this one becomes 10. So what do I have? I have 129 tenths. How do we write that as a decimal? If we want to draw it as a decimal, we say it's going to be equal to 129 tenths. Therefore, it has to finish in the 10th place value, so it has to be 12 and 9 tenths. So centimeters. What centimeters? The question. I'm just going to go up and check. Meters. So it's 12.9. I don't know meters. Meters. Okay. Is the question specifying if I have to give it in the perimeter of a rectangle and with, it doesn't say if I have to write it as a fraction, but let's say that it does. So if I have to write it as a fraction, then this also can be written as 12 and 9 tenths meters. Okay, and there is my answer for the first one. For the second one, for part B, it says the perimeter of a square of sides 8 1/2. So if I draw it, what is happening here? I have a square and each side is 8 1/5 millimeters. So what is the area of a square? Because they are all the same length, is going to be 4 times 8 1/5. Okay, again, I don't think that you're having trouble here with writing the formula or subbing in. I think your trouble is with fractions. So please use this to practice. So how do we multiply this? We do perimeter is equal to 4, and I'm going to change these ones to improper. So 8 times 5 is 40, plus 1 is 41. So 41 over 5. Okay. Can I cancel 4 and 5 in any way? No, I can't. So I just have to do 4 times 41. So 40, I'm going to do it here, times 4 is 4 and 16. So the perimeter is going to be equal to 164 over 5. Okay, and I have to change this into improper fraction. There are several ways that we can do this, but I'm going to use it the traditional way. So 154 divided by 5 goes 3 times, then I have 1 remainder, and then it goes twice, and then I have a remainder of 4. So therefore, if this one is going to be equal, this perimeter is going to be equal to 32 and 4/5 millimeters. Again, if you didn't understand any of the procedures that I did here, go back to your videos of how to work with fractions. Thank you, girls.